Alright guys, I've been waiting a long time to make this video. I started this Minecraft world and this YouTube channel 3 years ago pretty much with this video in mind. I was obsessed with watching world tour videos. I found the idea of people just putting thousands of hours into one world fascinating, and I really wanted my own world like that. And after 3 years, I think I got something pretty substantial to show. I don't think there's that many worlds out there that have, you know, more playtime than me, especially within the beta niche. There's like maybe a few, but there's not many, or at least there's not like decent YouTube videos on them. So yeah, I'm excited to show it off. I'm just gonna chronologically go through everything I've built. These work really well as like jumping in points for the series too. You know, I have like 25 videos on this world, and if you want, you don't have to watch all of them. You can kind of in an hour or two pretty cohesively just see everything that I've built. So yeah, before we get into it, first of all, I'm playing in a mod right now that has this cool picture mode. It's kind of unstable and my computer doesn't like it, but I just wanted to show you guys this picture mode because you can see in like one clean screenshot everything that I've built. And yeah, I hope this mod in the future gets better and my computer likes it more. I'll have to do like some troubleshooting offline, but yeah, this is everything I built. This is what 3 years of shit looks like. There's tons of stuff underground too you can't see, but it's pretty cool. You can just kind of really quickly see everything, so it's good for an overview. But yeah, I started a little bit of background for this too, and see, this is what I was talking about with this mod. There's like weird issues. There's flickering. There's these weird fucking beams shooting across the sky. It's fucking annoying. I wish it worked so bad. But I started this world in alpha 1.0.4, and I did that because if I'm going to have a forever world, I wanted it to go throughout all the versions of the game. And the goal was at first to like update to the modern version eventually, but right now I'm staying in beta indefinitely. And that means I could update in the future. I don't know. I could like make my own custom mod in the future instead. I don't know. Especially because I have like a lot of gripes with beta, but I also have a lot of gripes with the modern game. That's like, maybe I should just like make my own fucking autistic version of this game instead. But yeah, for now though, it's just staying in beta. There's no plan to do anything, but I might in the future. All right, dude, let's stop fucking around. Let's get to it. Let's put those nuts to butts. Let's get that shit in the toilet. I spawned like somewhere over there, I think, in alpha. I don't know if in alpha you have a different spawn point than in beta, but now I spawn like over here. But I could have sworn I spawned over there when I first loaded into this world in alpha 1.0.4. I wandered like over here. I saw this mountain. It was a mountain at one point. Now it's just like a big mess of my own creation, but it was a mountain, and I was like, this is a perfect spot for like a little PSJ fucking hidey hole, dude. A little PSJ patented hidey hole. So I dug in here, and this was the first thing I built, this little storage room. It looked exactly like this. I haven't changed it at all. Well, I have. The one thing I have changed about this room is the floor used to be furnaces, and now it's smooth stone because they changed the texture and I didn't like it anymore. First build I ever made in alpha 1.0.4, this storage room. And if you want to see it, you can go watch my first ever video. People seem to really like that video, and I think it's one of the hardest things I could ever watch. It's so bad, but yeah, if you want to, you can go see it. Here's this little tree farm here. It's wonderful. That was the second thing I ever built because I needed a place to get wood. I still use this thing all the time. Also, you're going to see like over in this area of the base, this is like all the old builds from when I first started the world. And you know, I was playing alpha and I was really enjoying keeping things like fucking nostalgic as fuck. Like, oh, let's make things ugly and not have gradients or fucking block palettes, just build whatever, be a free spirit, you know, just because that's how people would build back when these versions were out. And it's kind of funny now because now I don't like do that at all. Like, I'm not having fun enjoying the nostalgia of fucking beta Minecraft. I've been playing beta Minecraft for so long that there is no nostalgia in it. I'm like When I think of beta Minecraft, I think of turning 30 years old. When I think of beta Minecraft, I think of paying my fucking mortgage. When I think of beta Minecraft, I think of like getting laid off from my first real career. You know, I like there's no nostalgia anymore. I've been doing it for too long now.
You know, that kind of sounds depressing, but it's not. I enjoy being an adult more than a kid overall. It's more just interesting that I've officially played so much old Minecraft that these old versions, I have more memories associated with old Minecraft as an adult in my late 20s than I do as a 15-year-old in high school, which is just interesting that I've been playing it that long as an adult.
But after that, I came up here, and I started digging this way, and I wanted to dig up to the top of the mountain and have like a big ladder going up to the top. And I ran into this. It's a little zombie spawner. So, of course, I made a quick farm out of it. And down here, there's like lava behind this. Yeah, you can see it. And yeah, they die. You get their feathers. Here's the feathers. And it's pointless though. I just did it because it felt right and it was cool to have it, but I don't use the feathers. There's nothing I can use them for. Well, I should I shouldn't say that. There is things I can use them for. I could use them for arrows, but I'm never making fucking arrows. Bows suck in this game. I hate the bow and arrow in beta. It sucks. I would never use it. So it's like that farm's pointless. But up here, this is my wheat farm. This was the next thing I built. So like I said, I was digging up, and this was all in the mountain. And once I got to this height, I was just like, all right, this is a good spot for the farm. And I started just digging in every fucking direction until the mountain ended. And then I just put this giant box in the mountain. And yeah, like I said, I was obsessed with building big, ugly, blocky things because at the time it was like making me feel nostalgic. It felt right. I'm playing old Minecraft. Let's play it like it's old Minecraft. I don't really do that anymore. Now I'm just like building actually genuinely whatever I want, whether it's like a little more thought out or not. So just put a big giant fucking box into the mountain, and you see this little like mountain on top. This is just this was what was left of the mountain, just this little piece of terrain sticking up here. So I just left it and I built around it when I was building this wheat farm. And yeah, it actually looks pretty cool. But yeah, it's just a big ugly box. Why is it fucking raining, dude? Fuck me. This mod has no way to fucking permanently turn off weather, I don't think. Well, it probably does. There's a ton of commands. I just don't know how. But anyways, yeah, built this wheat farm next. It was wonderful. Whatever. Then after that, I built the cactus farm. The cactus farm is this big step pyramid down there with the sugarcane on it. And yeah, it's a little misleading because it has sugarcane on it, but that is the cactus farm. So let's go check that out. I actually really like this building. I don't know why. It's very simple, very straightforward, and it looks great. I should like do this again. I've been having the urge to do that lately. Like redo old builds, but just like differently and how I would do them now. But giant cactus farm in here. And if you're wondering, I don't use green dye for anything. So so far we have 2 farms that are just totally useless to me because I never use them. The only difference between this and the zombie spawner is there's at least a chance that I'll need green dye one day. I haven't really needed it so far, but it makes sense that eventually I'll need to dye some wool green. I just don't. But yeah, this thing's pretty fast too, so when that day comes, boys, I'll be fucking ready when I need that green dye. Then after the wacky khaki farm, I built a sugarcane farm. So at this point in the world, I was just like building all the farms, getting the necessities. That's always my go-to when I start a new world, is like I should just build farms just in case I need them. Even if I never need them, it's like might as well. But if you come up here back to the wheat farm, you can then go up here to the sugarcane farm. Jesus, I can't talk. Why can't I go up that? Oh, I'm flying. Sorry, I don't know how to play this game. But yeah, here's the sugarcane farm. It's the same exact concept as the wheat farm, just a big box I inserted into the mountain, and that's really it. It's beautiful. And same thing, it has like, it overhangs off the mountain in like a really ugly, not uniform way. And I put glass floors all over because I just thought that was fun. And of course, glass ceilings so you can, I don't know. I just like the way glass looks. Something's wrong with me. But yeah, like I said, I was obsessed with big, ugly things. I still kind of am, but I would never build something like this today. I would try to make it at least a little more digestible. I don't fucking know. And you can see with this one too, I was gonna say, it also has overhangs, and whenever it overhangs, I went with the glass floor so you could look down. And yeah, it's really ugly, but I love it. It's a wonderful old build that I'll fucking cherish it, dude. All right, well, that was everything I built for Alpha 1.0.4. After that, we went to Alpha 1. Let me look at my notes. We went to Alpha 1.1.2. And for that, oh, that's when we did the sugarcane farm, the cactus farm. Sorry, I'm getting these mixed up. But after that, we did the strip mine, which is this giant hole right here. Yeah, but here's my first big strip mine I made. Just a big hole in the ground, nothing too crazy. Fall down here. And then down here I got a little base of operation. My keyboard just died. Fuck me. But yeah, down here I got a little base of operations. You know, here's some chests, furnaces. It's fucking nothing. I wonder if there's anything left in any of these chests. Oh, I still got cobblestone down here. I need to use that. Every now and then I run out of cobblestone, and I'll try to remember that there's stuff down here actually. But yeah, up here, this is like the actual mine. It's just a big fucking hole I was digging out, and just endless amounts of strip mine tunnels all over the place. Yeah, I spent tons of hours down here. Now I don't go mining ever. I've learned the beta meta, and the meta is you don't actually go mining ever. It's actually my biggest gripe with beta, is mining is just as pointless as modern, which is hilarious because everyone fucking critiques modern for like making mining pointless, but I'm like, bro, in beta it's also pretty pointless. It's not as bad, but can you not jump up there? What the fuck is wrong with him? I can't fly out of the water, dude. I'm stuck. I'm soft locked, dude. Get me out of here. There we go. No, why can't I fly? Holy shit. Something weird is going on. But yeah, my biggest issue with beta is you don't actually like have any progression. It's like there's no progression, and mining's also kind of pointless. Instead of mining, it's best to just dig a giant hole and then put something in that hole. So like, instead of mining, just like make sure when you're terraforming for your like whatever project you're working on, just make sure you're collecting stone. You know, it's like, all right, I'm gonna build something over here. Make sure there's a little bit of terraforming involved so you can collect stone, and it makes it so you can like really shape the landscape to whatever you want. And then you end up with stone for the project, and you just don't need to go mining. Stone tools are just as good as like any other tool in this game too, so it's just weird how it works out. It's like you don't really have to go mining. I used to spend so much time in the strip mines, and it's like, I don't know why I did that. All I did was got diamonds and iron that I made into tools that were almost exactly as good as stone tools, and now they're gone. So it's like, yeah, there's just no need to go get iron and diamonds. There's not. So yeah, that's my biggest gripe with beta.
And I should say too, it just depends on your play style. And that's why I think it's not nearly as bad as like modern, because like in modern, you eventually get to the point where mining is truly pointless. At least in beta, depending on your play style and what you're doing, it isn't pointless. For example, if you're really into redstone and doing things with pistons, then you need to go mining a lot. You need to go mining or caving. You need to do something to get redstone and iron for those pistons. But in beta, or if you play like I do eventually every now and then do a redstone project, but it's so rare that I haven't went on a legit like strip mining journey in probably 2 years in this world, and that was when I made this thing, because it requires a shit ton of pistons and I needed more iron. So I had to go collect like 9 fucking stacks of iron or something like that. But other than that, it's like, yeah, I never have to go mining. And I think that's like annoying. Not a lot of people talk about that when it comes to beta, but I do think it kind of sucks. It's like, yeah, I don't like that there's zero progression. You know, it is like kind of simple progression, but it's like fucking iron tools are pointless, diamond tools are pointless. They're like very minor conveniences that you have to go very far out of your way for. So yeah, I just don't like that.
All right, after that we built the library. So that's this right here. Same thing, big box. I put it in the ground. That was like my thing at the time. I'm also like a little, I don't know if it's like I'm just like obsessive or like I'm autistic. I don't know what it is exactly, but when I find something I like enjoy doing, I will kind of like go nuts with it. And I was obsessed with putting boxes in the ground and in the terrain, and like that's just what I was doing when when I started this world. And the library is a part of that. So down here you can go into the library actually, and like I said, just a box in the ground. I really like this build actually. I think this one holds up. Not all of my builds do hold up, but this one does. I think it looks great, and it even inspired my most recent project in this world, which was the underwater library. So yeah, this still looks great. I love it. There's even this little like this little nook over here where you can read some books or whatever you do in libraries. But yeah, I really like this build. It's probably the first one of all the things I've shown that I actually still like. All right, after that, then we built the boat highway. This is another banger. I really did like this one as well. I think this one still holds up. It's just a great, stupid concept that just looks cool. Sometimes it's just like as simple as making something that doesn't really make any sense, but you want to make it. And I wanted to sort of give myself a border for the base. And so I just started building a big like canal that with the idea of like being able to ride a boat through it and giving me a place where I can get like good vantage points on things. So I just made a giant canal going across the entire base, and I called it the boat canal. Fuck that rain. I don't know how to turn it off for good, but I hate it. But yeah, it's or the boat highway. I don't call it the boat canal. Fucking Jesus. But yeah, it goes around the entire base. I'll try to show you. And then after that, I started building these towers to go with it. So as I'm showing this, you can sort of see them. So you all right, I have this giant highway in the sky now. Great. What do I do with it? It's like you need a way to get up there. So I put towers all over the place, and I was calling them my Ubisoft towers because they're like those stupid fucking, you know, like world unlock areas in Ubisoft games. So yeah, I called them my Ubisoft towers. You can get up to the boat highway from them, and there's like 13 of them, I believe, scattered across the base along the boat highway. So yeah, that way you always have a way to get up. Like here's one here. There's one way over there by the sand outpost. And then there's one right there. One over there. Yeah, they're just kind of scattered all the way across the base. And I think we've done a lap now. I think we started over there. So yeah, there's one behind this building. One there, then one there. One over there, and then we've done a full lap. So yeah, it's like 12, 13 of them. And I think it's cool too because I put the tower wherever the terrain was. So some of them are very tall, obviously, because they have to reach the tower. And then some of them I put like on a mountain, so they're not as tall. I know that's like obvious, but to me that's really cool. And it like over here, it got like pushed to the max with this tiny little tower over here. This little Chode tower. My Chode Ubisoft tower. I don't think anyone's ever said that. But yeah, it's just tiny. It's super small because the terrain's really high over here. All right, I believe at this point we were in Alpha 1.2.6. So obviously I had to build a nether portal room. And that's what this one is over here. That's what this box is. And, you know, I'm going to say this a lot. It was for this build, I took a box and I fucking inserted it into the ground. It's just what I was doing. So this is the nether portal room. It's nothing too crazy. Something about this build too really does give me like old school Minecraft vibes, because this is the type of like ugly build I would actually build back in 2011. I don't know what it is, but this is actually just ugly. Like everything about it, the fucking lava mess, like nothing really. It was meant to be like intimidating, but it looks kind of just like you got griefed, you know. it doesn't look right. So yeah, this is a nice little like old school build. Fucking very ugly. Then after that, I built the art museum. This one I don't hate as much. I think this one's fine. So over here, same thing. Dug a big fucking box into the mountain, and this is the art museum. It was just a place to show off all the paintings in the game. And at this point, they didn't have all the paintings, so I think I left spots for when they added more. Because there's like 3 spots over here. That or they just fell and I like hit them or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was supposed to have every painting in the game. I don't know if it actually does. Someone will have to tell me. And like this stuff over here, that wasn't there yet. Like that balcony and all that shit behind there. That we'll get to later. That stuff over there is like my favorite part of the world. We'll get to that. Alright, then we built the fishing farm. Well, it's not really a fishing farm. It's a little fishing oasis shack. I don't know what you call this. But same thing as the museum. I just put a box into the terrain. And this time I decided to make it a little like fishing area. I don't know what you call this. A little fishing outpost? I don't know. But it's just a little fishing area. It's not like based off anything in real life. It's just a little area you can go fishing. And here is, I'm pretty sure this is the only 2 fish I've ever caught in this world, because there's like no real reason to actually go fishing. They had just like added it to the game, so I felt like I needed to utilize it in some way. I don't know. Yeah, just a cute little fishing shack. Also, I don't know how to get the flying to work quite right. It doesn't work quite the way you think it would. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I can't get it to work. I'm sure it's a skill issue, but I just can't figure it out. Then over here, you see this giant skyscraper? That is the mob farm. So there's, you know, a mob farm in there. I don't know how else to explain it. There's spawning pads in there. They fall down and they die. It's pretty simple. But let's go check that out. See, I can't like fall right. Something's wrong. Oh, check it out. It's moving. Look at this thing. But yeah, this isn't the most intelligent design. It's like the world's simplest mob farm, like the one you learned, you know, back in 2011. You just looked up a video and you know, they make the 4 spawning corners with the water in the middle, with the like 2 blocks of water pushing them to the center. That's all it is. My caves are just lit up really well, so this thing actually moves pretty quick. And I can get, if I AFK here, I can get a lot of, as you can see, I can get a lot of shit. There's a lot of stuff there. And the killing mechanism is also a product of just like stupid forcing your way to figure it out sort of thing. It's probably really bad and loses a lot of drops, but I just came up with it on my own, so I have no idea. But yeah, it's just lava. And I really wanted this farm to kill all mobs, so it does have every type of hostile mob. And usually one mob will get stuck here, and that's intentional because that was the only way I knew how to do it. And then the rest of them just run into him and get pushed up into the lava. And like I said, I think it burns a lot of materials, but like you see that creeper, he got way too high. I'm like, he probably didn't get his drops. I don't know. But that thing doesn't run very often. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet in the video, but I mainly play in peaceful mode now. And that's partially because of some of the gripes I've mentioned with beta of just like, you know, there's no progression. And, well, actually, I haven't mentioned this. It's less about the lack of progression. It's more that in beta, food does not stack. You know, you just get one fucking goddamn pork chop. But it doesn't stack. So what your inventory layout ends up looking like is, from what I found, the most optimal thing to do is to have a stack of wheat in one slot and then anywhere from 2 to 4 pieces of bread just in your inventory. And it's like, okay, so that's 3 to 5 fucking slots of my inventory taken up by food. And so you end up playing the game like trying very hard not to take damage. And where that pisses me off the most is I like when I'm building things, you know, I build this pillar, I jump down, I take damage, then I build up. And even though the modern game's hunger is very flawed, I think just for that reason, it works 1,000 times better because you do not have to like tippy toe around your world. I get it that some people might like that, but I don't know. I'm not those people. I don't like it at all. I don't like having to avoid small amounts of damage because now I'm going to have to eat my bread and then craft more bread. It's fucking annoying. And like I said too, it takes up tons of inventory. Like fucking 4 slots of inventory for food. That's fucking stupid, dude. So yeah, I hate it so much that it pretty much made me play almost exclusively in peaceful mode because I was like, I just hate it. I think the hunger system in this game sucks. And it's not because it's necessarily bad. Like, all they need is a cooldown on the food and make it stackable, and like you're good, but it's not there, so it sucks ass. But yeah, stackable food would pretty much fix it right away. But I hate the hunger system. I hate it. 4 inventory slots for fucking food. Bro, I play beta because I don't like inventory fucking management. The modern game's inventory management is a fucking disaster. I hate it. And then they're like, ooh, you need to carry 6 fucking pork chops on you. I'm like, fuck no, you can jump off a bridge. I am not doing that. But yeah, there's my rant about hunger. All right, after the mob farm, we built this tower here in the center of the world. So like I said, there was this chunk of mountain that was just sort of like left behind after I had decimated the whole mountain. And I put this tower on it because I kind of wanted a center point for the base. And still to this day, this is the center point. It might not be like the exact center point, but I don't know. It's fucking close. I don't need it to be like fucking the exact block that is the center point. But if you stand right here with far render distance on, it will just barely load the entire base. Well, I guess that's not true anymore because I expanded too far that way. So it actually doesn't quite load everything anymore, but it did. And after that, oh yeah, then I built like some, oh yeah, I should show this too. To get up here, it's not like obvious how to get up here, but it's just through here. I just made a little hole in the mountain. So, you know, you'd come up, you know, if you're in survival, you'd go into the base, then come up here, and then out here, and then walk into the mountain. But then after that, I started just building random houses all over the place. So, you know, this little brick house over here. How did you spawn? What the fuck? Man, I'm gonna have to go through and get some of this lighting right. I know I mainly play in peaceful, but I still don't like the idea of things being able to spawn. Bro, this fucking rain's ridiculous. How do you turn it off for good? Without Optifine, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I started building houses. So this is a natural island right here. I didn't build this island. It was just there. And I put a little brick house on top of it. Also, if you don't know, in beta and alpha, brick is really hard to come by. It doesn't spawn very often. So you have to travel really far to get it. So all these little brick houses, I was just sprinkling them in, you know, every now and then, like one over there. They were meant to be like little flexes, you know, like, I have brick, you know. It's kind of one of the cool things about older versions is just brick and mossy cobblestone. They're blocks that like mean wealth, you know. So if you have a lot of them, it's kind of cool. But then I built this house up here, and I built this one first, this one down here, and then that house right there. And all my interiors, all my houses do have interiors. We are not going to go in every one because they all look like this. Like, you're looking at what every single one of my interiors look like. pretty much just this. They're a little better because this was built in alpha and now I have more options in beta, but they're very bare bones. There's nothing special to them. We do not need to see every one, and we're not going to. And they're like unbelievably copy pasty. Like I just throw down tables and I throw down chairs and then I put walls of fucking bookshelves, and I have no shame doing it. All that matters to me is that the job's done. You know, the bar can be pretty low, but they all have to be done. Like it's just one of those things where it's like I can't leave a building like without an interior. It has to have an interior, even if it's a really bad one. That's better than nothing at all. And obviously there's no like fucking objective truth to that. It's just like how my dumbass brain thinks. So yeah. Then I built this house here. And then this, like all these houses down here, not that one comes later, but this row of houses down here and these two little brick houses at the end of the block. And here's just so you can see the houses a little bit better. Oh my God, a tree. This one looks like a barn. And this one up here connects to the boat highway. Very nice. And this one, the barn, also connects to the boat highway. So if you just jump in here, boom, you're in the attic. And then you can go back down. And here, this gives you an idea too of my interiors. I'll just every now and then go in the interior of a house I've made, because there's probably like 150 fucking houses I've made, so it's like we don't need to go in every one, but I'll go in a few of them. This one was also built in alpha, so I was a little more limited than usual. And yeah, like you can tell it's built in alpha too, because the bed was white wool and pressure plates. We didn't even have dyed wool yet, so that's how old it is. Yeah, and you can see with all these areas, I was just like spamming the fuck out of flowers, and that's all I was doing. I would just spam flowers and be like, all right, it's good, moving on. And over here, I put a little lake. So this is like the overhang for the wheat farm. One of the overhangs, there's like 3 of them. And I just thought it'd be cool to have a little a little pond here. Like a little fishing pond. And if you go in here, let's see if we even have a fishing rod. Nope. We do not, because I don't fish. But yeah, just a cute little pond that connects to all these houses that I made. All right, then after that, I built this little pathway going down here, connecting to this tower. And I built all these houses over here, except those 2. Those came later. But this little, I don't know, bunch of houses right here. There's one there. These 5 houses. So little brick house right here on this hill. And I kept putting them on hills, and to get into them, I would just make it to where there's like an underground entrance or like a ground level entrance. I don't know what you call that. But I would have these little tunnels that go up to the houses, as you can see. And like I said, they all have interiors. Check it out. It's a cute little apartment. Up here, there's their bed. We could dye wool at that time. That's great. And then over here, just another little house. And then same thing here, just a few other houses. There's nothing, I don't know, nothing crazy to fucking report on these things. And like I said, yeah, they do have interiors. They might not be the best ones, but they have fucking interiors. Oh yeah, the other thing about the like Ubisoft towers that I forgot to mention is I do use these as like bases of operation. So if you come into these, like there's usually a chest and a crafting table, and when I start a new project in a new area, like I really actually utilize them. I just use them as like mini storage areas. So if we go over here to the, what's it called? The medieval village, you can see there's just like a shit ton of chests in there. And it's like, yeah, that's just where I would operate on a day-to-day basis. I would just use these as little storage areas. So like if you go in this one over here, there's a whole bunch of nonsense in here. Like it's a fucking disaster. I really need to like get better at organizing. Actually, I don't. I think that's why I'm able to make good progress. It's like, you don't need to organize. You just need to build. If you have materials, place the fucking blocks. Like, you don't, there's nothing to organize if you just build shit, you know? But, oh yeah, and then we built this little temple over here. So at the very top of the mountain, I put a, like, I don't know, this is like a Greco-Roman temple. And yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. It kind of sucks. This was the first thing I built super high up, and I got burned pretty bad because, so I built this platform, or I built like the front of the platform, and the plan was to have this thing be massive, like really big, you know, with colonnades that are, you know, like 2x2 at least, instead of the like one block ones we ended up with. And I wasn't able to do it because the world height is right where this block is. And I don't know why now, but I can't place a block there. If anyone can explain that, please let me know. Well, I was able to when I built this in alpha, but now I can't. Like, see? Oh, fuck, I just fucked it up even more. Don't worry, it's back up. But, like, I can't place there now. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm too high. Maybe if my character... No. It was like, if my character sits lower, it'll fucking work. But yeah, that... You used to be able to build up one block higher. Now you can't. Yeah, just a cute little Greco-Roman temple. There's nothing to really say about it. Oh yeah, on the inside there is a fire for the fucking Vestal Virgins or some shit. I don't know. But there is a file in there. A file. There's a file. A save file. That's my Minecraft world. Over here, then I built another tree farm. So this tree farm down here wasn't cutting it for me. It would get to the point where I would mine like one row at a time, then replant, and the tree farm just wasn't like populated enough. Like, I'd do that throughout the whole farm, and then like the first row I started on, there just wasn't enough trees, and I wanted it to be like there was just an infinite amount. So I built another tree farm, and this time I put it in this giant fucking like apartment complex looking thing. It almost looks like I don't know what the word is. What's the word for the architecture in like fucking Russia? Like brutalistic. I think that's the word. It almost looks like that, but it looks like just like a giant fucking apartment complex. And yeah, it's actually just a big tree farm. There's 3 levels to this thing. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, and then you're at the top. But yeah, the best part about this build is not that it's a big ugly apartment building, but that it has like a little village on top of it. And this is one of my favorite builds in the world. Something about it, I don't know how to describe what this is, but like sometimes you just get like a good idea to build something in this game, and like this is one of them. It's like totally weird, nonsensical, but it works really well. And something about it is really nice to look at. It's like, you know, having my own little diorama or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, just a big building with a little village on top. And one day I do want to have like, I want to like take this idea and just go further with it and like have a whole like city or skyline and just a bunch of big skyscraper like buildings with a bunch of little houses on top of them. I don't know why, but I really like that. So I thought you should know that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention too, those last few builds were in beta 1.2, and then I updated to beta 1.3 and started on the next project, and that was, and I know it's just gushing about like my stupid tree farm, but the next thing I started is actually my favorite project in this whole world, and it is still ongoing. Everything's fucking always ongoing, but if you go into the mountain base, Earth, yeah, that's what I started next, the mountain base. So if you go into the storage room, I started just digging out tunnels into the mountain. I put one going in that direction, one in that direction down there, and then one over there. And the idea was I'd have tunnels going in every direction so I can easily get back to my, you know, my storage area and my furnaces over here. I don't know if I showed this, but I have furnaces. And I can get back here easily without like going too far out of my way. So I made these little outposts over here So I would just dig until the mountain was gone, essentially. And then I just put these little houses here, and this is how you get back to the storage room. So yeah, I had done that, and then I don't know how, but I came up with the idea. I thought it'd be cool because these were just tunnels, and you know there was stone on the side of the walls. There was nothing here, and I was like, it'd be really cool if on like every wall there was some sort of crazy room that can just be whatever. And you know the rooms are meant to mainly just be spectacle and nothing else, just like something that looks cool, not serve an actual purpose. So that's what I started doing next. So one of the first ones I did was this. So I just, like I said, just started dugging. Fuck me. I started dugging, dude. I started digging into the walls, and but yeah, the first room I made was over here, and this is a inverted pyramid, an inverted step pyramid, and also a wheat farm. And once again, this is just like an example of a cool idea, and these are the things that I think I'm the best at, just building stupid shit like this. I know it's not like an actual like building style or whatever, but I do think most people do the same shit in this game, and like every now and then, and I do for the most part too. Like I'm not trying to say I'm like special or different, but I do think this game's really fun when you have like an idea like this. You're just like, what if I just made a giant inverted step pyramid going into the ground, and every level was just wheat, you know? It sounds really stupid, but it actually looks really cool. So I built this, and then I did the same thing, took that same concept, and did it over here with sugarcane, and I think this one looks way better. Just because the sugarcane is 3 blocks tall, it's even steeper and just looks super intimidating. Like, what the fuck am I looking at, you know? But yeah, like I said, stupid shit like this is, for me at least, like what the game's all about. Like, this is, I wish I could come up with build ideas like this all day, just like total nonsense stupid. It's really fun, but I guess we'll just go down each tunnel one at a time. I'm kind of all over the place, so let's go down here. Like I said, wheat farm is over here. Then on this side of the tunnel there is a little park area, so I just made a little park in the base. I don't know. Oh yeah, and then another thing about the park is it connects to the museum I was showing earlier with all the paintings that we had built in alpha. So as I'm making like this mountain base area, you're just digging out a bunch of big holes, and you every now and then you'll run up against another build you made. And instead of like going in a different direction, my favorite thing to do whenever I run into one of my other builds is to connect them. Whenever you can like connect things in weird ways like this, and everything's like officially starting to like bleed together into like one big fucked up mess, that's when like the base building to me becomes really fun, and it becomes like you have your own weird crazy like labyrinth, you know? So yeah, anytime you get a chance to do that, instead of going away from the build, I would always recommend going towards it and trying to connect just everything, like in as many ways as possible. It makes, to me, the world feel way more fun. I don't know how to describe it exactly. Maybe it just makes it feel more lived in, a little more personal. I'm not sure, but I try to do that as much as I can. Then if you keep going over here, there is a giant throne room. Very intimidating. And that's it for this side. Or no, it's not. So there's a few other things. One, here's a minecart that goes to our double spider spawner where I get all my wool. We're not going to go there yet because I didn't build it till much later. But down here takes you to the sand outpost. So before I was sand duping, because I dupe sand now. You couldn't sand dupe until beta 1.7.3 because they added pistons, obviously, or I guess just beta 1.7. And before that, I had to go out to the desert and just fucking break that shit with my fist or with my stone shovel like a goddamn peasant. So yeah, I had this little fast track over here so I could go to the sand outpost and get get a ton of sand for glass, mainly whenever I needed it. That way I didn't have to walk over there. But if you go up here, you can see it's fucking raining again. Fucking stop, dude. It's always raining. But here's the sand outpost. You can see I've like totally destroyed the land over here. It's kind of cool. The base is getting kind of close to the sand outpost finally. And when I first started this world, the sand outpost felt like it was a million blocks away. But yeah, there's just like a desert over there, and I just like destroyed this whole area, like ravaging it for sand. All right, let's continue to explore the other tunnels though. So if you go this way, and over here, obviously here's the giant inverted sugarcane farm. We already showed that, but over here is a little library that I built. And I'm obsessed with making libraries in this game. I don't know why. Also, I wonder if I hid something behind this. I don't think so. I just had a feeling I did and I forgot. But here's a little library I made. And same thing with that park I showed off earlier. I was able to connect this to the fishing area from before. So the fishing area and the little library here, they're connected. And like I said, when you can make all your builds like bleed together, it just is like a big fucked up mess. Something about that is unbelievably satisfying to me, and I can it's that sort of weird shit that like makes it to where I can play this game all day and never get tired of it. But yeah, well, I do get tired of it, but it doesn't matter. Then over here, this is just like overflow storage. So at one point my storage was completely full, so I made another little storage area. It's one of the few places in the world with blue dye or blue wool. Oh, I guess, remember how I said like going mining's pointless earlier? I was wrong now that I think about it, because you do need lapis for blue dye. So there is like, I will give you that small caveat. And that's why I don't use blue wool very often in this world, because it needs lapis. I don't have fucking lapis. Also, most of these chunks are alpha chunks, so it's actually really hard to get lapis in this world because it doesn't spawn. But then I built this area over here. This is another one of my favorite builds. This is called the Vault Village. So I dug a hole, then I dug a hole in that hole, and that's how I came up with this one. But I wanted like an upper layer and a lower layer. I don't know how to describe it other than that. And then I just put houses all over the place. You know, I put a little pond down here. There's your staircase to get up and down. And this building's kind of cool. It's meant to be like some sort of like mining operation. You know, you can put your minecart here and go down here. And if you do go down here, guess what? It goes nowhere. Fuck, I thought it connected to something. I'm not gonna lie. I need to fix that because that'd be really cool. But yeah, just a little mining operation down there. There's a little well. But yeah, I really like this area. I don't know what it is about it. Just making cute little houses. You know, it's just fun. I don't know. I don't have much to say other than that. I just like it. And over here, it actually, this build was so big that it actually poked outside of the mountain. So I decided to make this little, like a new entry point over here. And it does that over there as well. So this is all part of the mountain base, this whole lip here. But yeah, this is Vault Village. One of my favorites. I love this build. I really just like all the builds in this mountain base. Something about all of them. I love it. I can't wait to add more to this area because there will be a ton more that we add. Don't worry. But then the next thing I added in this area was the dog house. So once again, just the theme for this mountain base is just like whatever I want to build. It doesn't have to make any sense. It's not a theme. There's like zero theme. The only theme is like the walls. But I just made a big intimidating room, and they had recently added wolves into the game. So I decided to put a dog in here. So this is my dog. He never moves. Actually, I don't think this is my dog. Never mind, because I'm playing on a... I don't know if it's because I'm on a different instance or a different account. I don't know. But yeah, there's just a dog that sits in there forever. That's what all this room is for. I just like was imagining giant lava pillars, and this is just what I came up with. Also, I connected it to the other rooms next to it, so like it is connected to the sugarcane farm, the big sugarcane pyramid, and it's also connected to the next build, which is another giant strip mine that I don't use. But yeah, really cool. You got to build strip mines every now and then, whether you need them or not, just because they look cool. My screen's flashing. Is my screen flashing or am I having a stroke? Can you guys tell me? What the fuck? Oh my god, it's flashing. Abort, abort. I wonder if you guys can even see that. Better fucking stop. But yeah, I love it too. I put like grouse. Oh my god, I've been talking for too long. I put grass along the outside too. I think it looks really good. Some sugar cane over there. I love this area. But giant spiral staircase up. Okay, why is the flashing happening? And also, if you don't want to take the giant spiral staircase up, there is a ladder for easier access too. Because going up the ladder is a lot easier than taking this crazy long staircase, to be honest. But yeah, giant strip mine and the doghouse. And another cool thing about this is I did connect this to another build, like I was saying, try to make everything connected. So in this corner, there's like this random balcony. And if you go over here, there's like this minecart. If you take this minecart up, you're in a whole nother world. So this is a different build, an entirely different project. We'll get to it later. And by later, I mean pretty soon, but just ignore all this for now. We'll go over this at another time. All right, next thing I built in the mountain base was this giant amphitheater. Nothing to say on this. I just wanted to build a big amphitheater that reminded me of Red Rocks a little bit. I don't know why, I just did. And this is what I came up with. It looks all right. It's pretty boring, but I think it still looks pretty cool. Yeah, and this restaurant was the last build I made in the mountain base, other than like this minecart track that goes to our double spider spawner. So there's two places, our double spider spawner. So there's two places you can access the wool farm. But yeah, I don't know why, but something about this place, like I said, this is my favorite place in the entire world, is just having these tunnels with all these crazy weird things, all these weird rooms everywhere you look. I don't know what it is, but I could just like walk through here, you know, looking at the weird rooms I've made. I could do this all day. Like, it's very fascinating to me. I don't know why, but this is my favorite way to build in the game. I don't know what it is. It's just kind of all over the place, I guess. And it's kind of weird, but I love it. Like, this looks great. You know, the doghouse looks great. And, you know, there's even a giant fucking strip mine. Does it get any better than that, bro? I don't think so. Also, let's go down here, because there is sort of something down here. See, I just have some storage down here, and then in both these directions, it's just an endless fucking strip mine tunnel. But like I said, I don't really use the strip mines anymore. I just dig giant holes for projects, and I'm good. I don't really need stone or anything you'd get from mining. All right, but that's it for that. Let's go over here now to the brick village. So over here, where Vault Village sort of pokes out of the mountain, I decided to work on this area next. And it's fucking raining. Fuck me, dude. Stop raining. How do I turn it off? Leave it in the comments. Let me know. But yeah, Vault Village sort of just pokes out right here. And like I said, I made this little thing here so you could get into the mountain base easily from another spot. And I just sort of decided I was going to start filling in this area next. So first thing I did was flatten the terrain a little bit. I just like totally flattened it, which isn't something I always do. But this area right here, I just fucking bulldozed that shit. And then I built all these little houses down here, and I had a lot of brick at the time because I had been saving up, so I made them all brick. So like this one, this one, this one, this like collection of 5 or 6 houses down here, they all just happen to be brick. And then I got the crazy idea to be like, what if I just made this whole area a brick village, the entire thing? So that's what I did. The only 2 structures over in this area that aren't made out of brick is this giant sugarcane farm and this wheat farm over here, which I think both these look dope. And fun little fact about this sugarcane farm that I have never fixed is, and I didn't even notice this, that's how stupid I am, it is off center. You see that shit? It's crazy. But yeah. If you didn't notice by yourself, it's fucking off center. Someone pointed that out in my first world tour and it blew my mind because I don't know how, but I just never noticed. I was like, holy shit, you're right. Like, it's super obvious too. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah. So yeah, I built these few little houses down here and I was like, fuck it, let's make a giant brick village. So that's what I started working on next, and this took fucking forever, dude. You know, getting clay in this version is unbelievably slow and monotonous. It's not fun. You have to just keep walking, and that's it. You just keep loading new chunks, and hoping that you find more clay. It's horrible. This was like a stupid project to take on, because it's not even, it's one of those things where you see it and like, I don't think you realize like how impressive it is. It doesn't even look that impressive. Like, sure, it's a decent size village, but it's just a bunch of samey houses. And it's like, no, that took fucking forever. Fuck you. Like, so yeah, you don't really like recognize how much brick this was, but it was a lot. I do not remember the house count in this area because I'm not even sure how to like show you guys this area. There's just a shit ton of brick houses, like a shit ton. I think it was like between 20 and 30. So there's a metric fuck ton. They go up the fucking mountain over here. Like there's one over here. And they wrap all the way around to the border of the base where the giant railway is and go all the way around over here. Oh shit, I'm actually not doing this chronologically. Before I built any of that shit down there, that's my bad. I didn't build that next. I actually built the giant railway after that. So you see this, like, I built this little castle structure here, and then a giant rail track I made that goes all the way around the base. And I did this because I just like having like a perimeter to like try to keep myself in. So after I had made this, I was like, all right, this is the base, this is the border of it. I don't want to expand my operation past the giant railway until this whole area is super filled in. And I still haven't done that. It's going to take fucking forever because it's a really, really big area, as you can see. You know, it's fucking massive. This thing goes all the way over here. It's pretty much far render distance if you stand in the middle. Not on the sides, but that way it is, if that makes sense. But yeah, I built the railway, then I started on this brick village. So before I built any of the houses, well, other than these few down here, I built these few, I believe, and then I think I built these farms. Is that right? Oh my god, no, I'm skipping something. Sorry, guys. So before I did that, so I had done the giant railway, then before I started that village over there, I built Millville. So I totally skipped that. That's my bad. So over here in this corner of the map, I made a giant wheat farm. As you can see, a gigantic fucking wheat farm. And I filled it. I just put a bunch of windmills and some houses, and I call this Millville. And that's really all there is to it. But yeah, it's just a huge ass wheat field, essentially. I just really wanted a big wheat field. I think they look cool, so that's what I did. And there's like a giant mega fucking windmill in the middle, and there's the little baby windmills. um, but yeah, that's it. And then there's just a few houses. Also over here, there is a giant marketplace because they gotta sell their fucking wheat somewhere, dude. Obviously, they got a ton of it. But yeah, just a little marketplace. Also, oh my god, what am I doing? See, I need to... Ugh, this is a backup, but when I get out of this, when I'm done with this video, I need to go make this all taller. So a few months ago, I actually had this whole wheat field demolished. So I just logged on one day and I finally wandered into this corner of the map for the first time in a while, and the whole wheat field was demolished. Not the whole thing, but a huge portion of it. So somewhere along this border, a sheep somehow got in, or somewhere along one of these yards, because there's like yards in here, you know, and it was probably in a spot like this, because they can spawn on the grass but they can't get in here. But I would think a sheep can still make that jump. Their AI is not smart enough to do that intentionally, but it could still happen by them just like randomly walking and jumping. So I need to go through and mob proof this better. So I went and did that with the outside wall here after the first disaster. So I went through, replanted it, and then resecured the outside wall. But I didn't even really think about these little gardens here that go with the houses. So I will need to... I'll definitely need to touch that up. Make sure there's like zero possibilities for another wheat crisis. This area of the map looks so ugly when the wheat's trampled. It looks just pathetic. And all these windmills just look ugly when the wheat's trampled. And it looks like just oddly spaced out, like the area is unfinished. So yeah, I can't have that happen again. Hopefully it doesn't. Like I said, this is a backup, so I'll be fine. But I'll just have to go through and really make sure this place is secure. But yeah, that's really it for this place. There's nothing else to really show. We can go inside the big windmill just so you can see they do have interiors. Like I said, every now and then we'll just go inside one of these interiors. So in here, there's just a bunch of furnaces, and this is meant to be like a giant spinny, grindy thing where they turn the wheat into, I'm assuming, flour. I don't know how windmills work. And a windmill like this would be fucking stupid. Like there's this giant shaft going up. And this is meant to be like the fucking gear mechanism. So here's the fucking, what do you even call that? Propeller or whatever? The windmill part of the windmill. And it turns this, which turns this. And this thing would snap right away. This is not up to code. There's no way this would actually work in real life, but yeah. This is Millville. It's just a bunch of windmills and little houses. Oh yeah, there's even a little house over here that I didn't show because it's kind of tucked away. But yeah, just another little house. All right, and at this point in the world, I had just updated to beta 1.6. Or beta 1.7, so I made a few new farms. So we built Millville in 1.6, I believe. Then in 1.7, I built these few farms over here. So the first one I started with was this house right here. This is my flower farm. So I just come in here with a bunch of bone meal that I get from this mob farm. Come in here, then oh wait, I'm in creative mode. I got like actually scared. But I come in here, and this is where I would I'd bone meal the ground and get a bunch of shit. Don't blow up, please. Jesus. Get a bunch of flowers. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm kind of losing it. I've officially been talking way too long. Holy fuck. It's hard to keep doing this. Like, my voice is going away. My head hurts. I feel fucking dizzy. It's crazy. You wouldn't think it's hard, but try to talk for just like an hour, 2 hours straight. I'm not even close to 2 hours yet, but still, your head hurts. Like you got to stop and breathe, bro. But yeah, built this little flower farm. That's what I call it. This is my flower farm. And then over here, in here, this is my sand duper. So in beta 1.7, we got sticky pistons, and obviously I had to make a sand duper because, bro, beta is so grindy. I don't give a fuck. I do not care. Beta is so grindy. it's the ultimate double-edged sword of beta. Is it's so grindy that everything you build feels really, really fulfilling. Like, wow, I really just moved a mountain. It's like some faith as big as a mustard seed type shit. But it's also like the worst part about it, because it's like, oh, I want to build a little fucking house. And it's like, then you go and you start collecting materials with your stupid, shitty stone tools. And you're like, oh my God, this is horrible. So, yeah. I dupe sand. I don't give a fuck. Anything I can do to like reduce some of the grind of beta, I will take it. But then after that, then I came over to this area and started working on the brick village. So there you go. Now we're back to chronological. Also, I kind of skipped over that too, but in beta 1.5, statistics were added to the game, so I'll touch on that really quick. In beta, your statistics are tied. Well, I don't know exactly what they're tied to. I should know because I've played beta for 3 years, but I don't actually know. But it's not tied to your world save. It's tied to like something in your Minecraft file. I don't know. It's tied to like your jar file or something. I don't know. So when you start a new instance, you know, in like multi-MC or whatever launcher you're using, your statistics get completely reset. So in this instance, I don't have a ton of play time. There's only like 6 hours, and it's because I usually don't play in this instance. I just created this instance to get like pictures and use the beta creative mode, you know. So it's not an instance I use very often, so it has no play time. So in beta 1.5 they added statistics. At that time I was playing on the normal Minecraft launcher, and eventually I switched to using multi-MC, and then I went from just using like a default beta instance in multi-MC to using beta unleashed. And then I got a new computer, so that's another new instance. But yeah, across those 4 instances, if I just go through and add all those together, I have 1,644 hours played in this world. And to be honest, the playtime's even higher than that, because I don't it wasn't tracking any of my statistics until beta 1.5, because before beta 1.5 there was no statistics. So that's why you get this title of the video, which is, you know, I've been playing this game for 3 years and I've been playing for 1,700 hours. But yeah, that's where I get that title, and it's not totally accurate. It could be a little more, could be a little less. Like I said, there's no way to know for sure because there just was no statistics before beta 1.5. So the next things I built over here, since pistons were added to the game, I was just thinking of farms I could build with pistons. So I had done my sand duper, and then I was like, all right, now let's build a giant gravity wheat farm that uses the water and it just comes down. You guys know, it's the classic fucking stair step design. It's fucking, it's nothing revolutionary. But yeah, I was like, since we have pistons, I'll do that now. So you hit a lever down there, it floods all this wheat and it gets collected down here. I don't know, nothing too crazy. Then I was like, we need a sugarcane farm now, a semi-automatic sugarcane farm. You know, one that you just hit a button and it fucking harvests all the sugarcane. So that's what I made over here. You come over here, hit that button, and a whole bunch of sugarcane comes down. And I'll say this too about beta. Like I said that mining's pointless. It's not. You need to go mining for pistons. So that was one thing I really like about upgrading to beta 1.7.3 is mining does start to feel a little more worth it again because you need the iron. But yeah, giant semi-automatic sugarcane farm right there. All right, then after I'd built that, at this point it was just this farm, and then these few houses down here. And at that point I was just like, let's go crazy. Let's build a shit ton of brick houses to really show that I don't have a life, I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have anyone that's looking out for me. So that's what I did, and I don't know, this is what it looks like. I don't know how in depth I'm supposed to go with this part because it's like, It's like 20 to 30 houses. I don't know. I can't show you all of them. That'd be crazy, right? And they're pretty samey, so it kind of feels weird, but no, no, here they are. Like this one is a bigger one. It's the library of the town, so of course it's a little bit bigger, a little bit fancier because I love my libraries. You know, you go up here. It's got multiple floors. Let's go up, see what's on the third floor. I haven't been up here in ages. Got a nice cloud in the ceiling. I love that. Yeah, nice little balcony out here. Look at some of the views. All right, let's see. Here, let's just take a stroll along the path. Maybe that's how I'll tour this area, because I don't know how else to. Like I said, I don't want to go in every house. That'd be fucking crazy. But they do all have interiors, so I don't know. It has that going for it. But just houses everywhere. They don't have like really any purpose. Some of them are like shops, but for the most part they're just generic houses. I've kind of copy pasted all over the place. You know, if you follow the path over here. Yeah, I think we'll just do a quick lap so you can see what it looks like. But they're just everywhere. Like, that's really it. There's just brick houses everywhere. Definitely not my most creative thing. Just spamming one house type all over the place. Not very creative, but I do like doing that sometimes. It looks really cool from far away, but then when you start like really getting close to it, you're like, wow, there's not actually all that much going on here, huh? But then the pathway goes up here, all around here, and it goes back here. Oh yeah, and then every now and then I would sprinkle in these little like park benches. I don't know. I'd put mossy cobblestone on the ground and then make a table, put some benches. I don't know really what that's supposed to be. It's just supposed to be like a park bench thing, I think. But I don't know. It's kind of up to you to figure that out. Same with most of these interiors. Like, the way I do my interiors is I try to not like get too specific of what's going on. I'm just kind of like put some stairs on the ground and some bookshelves, and you know, let the reader do the imagining, you know, after that, because I don't really know what most of these things are. It's kind of just like arbitrary, and it's fucking nonsense if I'm being honest. But that's how I kind of do all my interiors. It's just very lazy, very half-baked. But this pathway continues down here. It goes over there. And then there's just more fucking houses. It never ends. Then goes over here. It looks like the pathway splits up right there. And then you're back around near the mob farm over here. So that kind of works as the border, because there's the mob farm. But yeah, that's one thing I don't really like about this area is this took so much effort, like unbelievable amounts of effort getting all the clay for this. And it's not even a build I can really show off. It's just like I sort of wander around and I'm like, yep, there's a brick house, and it's like once you've seen one, you've seen them all. So definitely not my best work. It shouldn't be so uninteresting that I don't want to go in all the interiors, you know? And I don't know, I think I'll keep that in mind as I make builds in the future, because I don't know, the fact that like, I don't know, I don't want to show you every single one of these houses and the interior of every single one. It's like, well, maybe it's not that good. I don't know. This is kind of cool though. This isn't that bad. You know what? I'm being too hard on myself. This isn't a horrible house. Look, it's got a downstairs. Where's this go? Oh my god, this is like a labyrinth. What the fuck? Oh, it's because it's one of those like big connected ones. Yeah, it's that shit. It's all like one structure. But yeah, I mean, this thing looks really cool from a distance, but definitely, I don't know, for all the effort I put into this one, it's like it's just a cool screenshot, not much more, if that makes sense. I don't know why, but I it leaves me wanting more. Like, all the other builds I've shown up to this point, I feel like there's something to say about them, and it's like with this one, it's like, just looks cool, bro. Which, I don't know, maybe that should be enough. Maybe it's just because it's so formulaic with the house design. I'm really not sure, but it does look really cool, so I shouldn't overthink it that much. Yeah, tons of effort, and it's like, it's just sad it can be summed up and just like, yeah, there's not much to show off here. Like, but it took a long fucking time though. All right, sorry, I had to take a little break. I'd been talking for like 2 hours straight, and I was getting like fucking purple in the face. It was fucking horrible. But we're back. I'm feeling better. This area looks wonderful. Look how good this looks. Like, holy cow. Yeah, this looks great. Very happy with it, but all good things must come to an end, boys. After the brick village, then I started on the next big project, which was the medieval city. So let's go take a look at that next. And you guys are probably pretty familiar with this because it's a recent build, you know. And like recent in the sense that I started it in 2014, but 2024, Jesus Christ. So I don't even know where to start with this. It's been a while since I've been over here, and I'm like, holy fuck, this is a big ass build. So yeah, there's a lot to go over with this one. This is pretty much the last thing I've worked on, other than the underwater library, but there's a lot to go over here. So, you know, brick village over here, and over here I wanted something a little more medieval. It all started with an idea to just build a castle, so I started there. This area was all lumpy and fucked up. There was hills everywhere and shit, and I just came over here, started digging, and then once I had sort of flattened out some of the land and, you know, just made it a little more manageable, I then just put a wall right here. You see this like castle wall? I just put that there. It's not a square, if that makes sense. It just goes up towards the mountain and then stops like into the mountain. Jesus Christ, I don't know how to fucking talk. Then I built this big castle here, and then all this stuff on the inside of the walls was what I did next, and that was all back in 2024. But yeah, I did all that. Then the project went on pause for an entire year. So like I was saying at the beginning of the video, it's been like 2 years since a world tour. This whole video is really only 2 years of progress, because there was an entire year of the last 3 years where I didn't even play this world. So yeah, it's really just 2 years of progress. I would have got a lot more done if I didn't start that in-dev project. And if you want, you can go watch that video. It's called I Beat Minecraft in-dev. It's probably my favorite video I've ever made. I think it's pretty good because it's just an interesting concept. But yeah, I started building this little castle here, and I put all these houses on the inside. There's one there, little wheat field right there. Then in the center, I just have this little like garden area, I guess. It's just some bushes and trees surrounded with little vendor tents all around. And over here, there is a little fishing pond with a little fishing shack. And this is just like a restaurant building. This is just like a little house. There's really nothing to it. Over here, we got the blacksmith. There's supposed to be lava in here, and there is not. I promise I'll put that there one day. Please hold me accountable. Then over here, I built this. This is like a little mine entrance. So if you go over here, it's just meant to be like a mining operation. But yeah, that's what I started with. So it's kind of hard to like explain this, but it was just this little castle at first. This castle and these walls, nothing else. Then I had the idea to, along the outside of the castle walls, put a few like other houses. It was meant to be like the residential district. Like there's supposed to be just people living in a little more of like a rural area, you know, people that aren't in the city. And so I was going to have like 10, 12 houses going along the outside of the castle walls, and put a whole bunch of trees, so it's more like a forested area, something like a little more wild. and I started building the first few houses, and I just kind of didn't stop. And before I knew it, it was like, this isn't like a a small town, outside the castle walls. It's like a giant fucking city, and it just kept growing and growing. And I kept filling every possible space I could with new builds, with new houses, new castle-y looking structures. And I put all these retaining walls everywhere. And it just kept fucking growing. And I just never was happy. I was like, it needs to have more fucking houses. There needs to be more things over here. Like, it even continues all the way over here. Like, it's big enough to where it kind of feels never fucking ending. Like, there's so much here to go through. Like, an unbelievable amount. But yeah, I just kept adding shit. I don't know. I just couldn't stop. I couldn't fucking help myself. So, this thing kind of went from what would have been like more of a, I don't know, a decent sized project to something that took fucking forever to do. Like, this, I sunk so much time into this. You have no idea. So many resources to get this all done. I remember when I started this project, I had so much cobblestone that it felt infinite. Like, I would never run out. And then I ran out. So it's pretty crazy. Like, it's really big. And unlike the brick village, I think it's a lot more interesting too. There are some unique structures. There even are some interiors that aren't super fucking boring. And yeah, there's enough going on here to where I think it's just more interesting than the brick village over there. But the brick village is also still kind of cool just because it's made out of bricks. But yeah, where do I start? So yeah, I just started building things and I couldn't stop. And then I just kept adding things to the environment and structures. So I'm trying to remember how this went. So I just kept building houses pretty much in any spare spot there was until it became super congested. Then I went through and I added things like the pathways, the lanterns, all the greenery, the flower spam, all that stuff was added. Then I went through to make it feel more alive, and I added things like that little well down there, all the vendor tents that are scattered all over the place, little things like fountains, and adding little small builds that you wouldn't really think too much of, like these little hay bales on carts down here. I added these all over the place. Then, yeah, like I said, vendor tents, wells, fountains, hay bales. Those were kind of my repertoire of spam builds, little tiny spam builds that I kind of just put everywhere. So yeah, like if you just walk around this place, you see all those little minor builds that bring all the bigger structures together. You see, like down here, it's like at a big open space. So it's like, all right, I'll put a fountain in the middle. I will shove a little well over there. I'll put a few vendor tents right here. And now it's kind of like in, a little hay cart or whatever you want to call that. And now it's like a little like center area, like city center area. I don't know what you call that, but a little market area. But yeah, I did that everywhere. And it's weird too. I thought it would be way too predictable. I don't know. Like it didn't seem like I was doing much. So I just assumed the whole time it would look like shit. And to be honest, like I think it turned out really, really good. Like I found like the perfect fucking formula for like just doing just enough and spamming just enough things to where it doesn't feel too repetitive. It still does feel repetitive. Like you can, once you know what I was doing, it's like, okay, you were just spamming like 5 fucking things. And then you made like 2 different fucking variations of houses in like 80 different ways, But I don't think really those little builds or like the houses though are doing most of the heavy lifting. I think most of the heavy lifting is like coming from the environment, the flower spam, the tree spam,
And the terrain, things like this giant river that goes across it, all the retaining walls that make up this entire city really help a lot. Like there's retaining walls going everywhere, a giant one going over there, there's a mountain going all the way across back there, and over here it's like a fucking never-ending staircase of fucking retaining walls and mountain, you know. So I think that's the main thing making this build look good, is not really much I'm doing. It's mainly I'm just like kind of letting the terrain do the work, you know. All these retaining walls and then just putting builds on top of them. It's like, it feels kind of cheaty because it's like I didn't do much, but I think it looks really good. But I don't know, maybe that's just like, I don't know, like, am I tricking you or am I good at building? I think that a lot. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe there's no difference. Or it's just a little bit of both. But yeah, this area over here especially, it's like so unbelievably vertical that it's just something about it is so nice to see. I don't know. I just love how vertical the entire thing ended up being. And like I said, I think that's the main thing doing the heavy lifting, is you just have tons of tall buildings and terrain that's kind of all over the place. And like, yeah, if you have that, it's like you don't have to do that much more, I don't think. But I really like this area back here too. I know we kind of already showed it off, but so like back here, you got like this stone retaining wall here. Then it goes up. Then you got this little lake area here. And then it's just a barrage of these tiny little walls and little hills off to the sides with structures on them. And then it goes up again, like another, you know, stair step here. And everywhere you look, it's just like there's just a lot going on, you know. Then it goes up one more time, and over here you just have more houses on hills sort of thing. I really like this spot too because it's the only spot like within the city where it kind of drops the facade. I very intentionally made it to where it feels bordered off even though there's no borders. Like structures like this where it's like a giant wall or like two towers connected by a giant wall, so you can't really see that you're kind of at the edge of the city. Same with stuff like this, like same thing. Big wall structure with houses on top of a hill to create like a border. You know, this also filling in this gap here between the two natural hills, you know, to fill in that border so it feels like you're in a place that has no border, like it's never ending, you know. And over here is the only spot where it kind of drops that facade, or over here as well. So there's these two little balconies, one right there and one over here, and it kind of just is the only spot where it like lets you see what's actually going on. And it's like there's actually not that much, like it's all just a wall of buildings, you know, and the pathway always stays well within it, so you can't really tell. But yeah, I like these two little balconies because it's like the only place where it actually drops, and it's like, oh, holy shit, I'm at like the very edge of the city. And I also like it because like, just look how cool that alpha terrain is. Like, it looks so good. I love just hanging out here. But yeah, I don't even know how else to explain this. Oh, here's a nice little area too. So the castle comes right up to this like mountain. It's kind of hard to see, but like the mountain starts there. And on the backside, I made this nice little garden area with a big lake and a waterfall. And once again, like I said, there's just like a lot of verticality here. Retaining wall, then a hill on top of the retaining wall. And same thing over here. Giant stone structure, like giant stone wall going into a retaining wall, fucking, and then another hill with another building on it. It's just, I don't know. It looks really cool. Man, I think I like this more than the mountain base. I don't actually know. I like all my builds. I think most of them are pretty good. But I don't know where to start here. Let's just start walking along the path, and I'll just start sort of telling you about something. So, like in this area, there's a giant tower there. There's this like cool stair step tower here. And on top of that, there's another tower, which is connected with a bridge to that tower. Then down here, there's just like a small collection of houses that are all pretty close together. A little wheat field, a little well. And over here, this is just a little house in the side of the mountain. And if you go down here, this is how you enter it right here. Then in this area, there is another house, then a little mining operation here. And this goes into one of the towers. This is meant to be like an inn or something like that, like a tavern /inn, where you could like rent out a room. If you go out here, there's like a whole bunch of rooms. Let's keep going up. Let's explore this interior. We haven't explored one in a while. Up here, a little storage area and a table. Not sure what that's meant to be. And then here's just me shamelessly fucking spamming things, hoping that you know what I'm doing, because I fucking don't. Disgusting interior. Jesus Christ. Let's see what else we got. For this area, we also have down here a bunch of market tents. One of the Ubisoft towers, obviously. That was my main base of operation while building this whole thing. Then more wheat fields, giant fucking trees. There's just a bunch of houses right here. Like there. This giant fucking tower here. Same thing over here. It's just really a collection of towers going this way, or towers and houses, nothing like too crazy. Down here, there's a little dock by the river. Got a bridge over here going across it. Yeah, it's just a bunch of houses. I don't know how in depth I want to go with all this. We'll go in a random interior. Ooh, before that. So over here, I actually have like a secret little area. Man, maybe I should be walking the pathway. I think that might be nice. But over here, there's a little secret area. It's meant to be like some Legend of Zelda type shit, or like King Arthur type shit. So if you just like, it's kind of, there's no pathway to it. So it looks like this is just like greenery over here. But if you keep going, it's like some Lost Woods type of shit. This is meant to be like King Arthur, or like fucking, Link with the Master Sword. Oh, fuck. That's not good, dude. Oh, no. That was the Master Sword. Put it back. But yeah, it's supposed to be like you pull that shit from the stone. And I just covered it in trees, this whole area. I just wanted it to be hidden off to the side. And I think it works because you can't really tell it's there. When you're looking for it, it's there. But just a little Easter egg hidden off to the side. Go get that Master Sword or whatever it is. Then yeah, there's just a bunch of houses over here. A little water mill right there. Here, let's see. I should pick a house to go in. A little fishing hut. Let's go in this house here. See how I did here. Not too shabby. Dining room table, kitchen, desk. Up here. Nonsense. Kind of just spamming shit. Lots of bookshelves. Bunk beds, hell yeah. Check out the last floor. Up here, a little lounge room. And then just random bedrooms, probably. Yeah. So yeah, this is what all the interiors are like. Also, I don't think I mentioned this, but this whole city, this like giant medieval city, it's hard to say how many buildings it is, because it's like, what do you define as a fucking building? Like, does this tower corner here count as a building, or does the entire wall with its tower corners count as one building? I don't fucking know. You know, it's like, how technical do you want to get? Oh shit, I thought my game just crashed. But yeah, it's like, how technical do you want to get? But there's like, it's like close to 80 structures here. So yeah, it's pretty big. If you have a city that, or a town that's got like 80 unique buildings, I think that's pretty big. And some of them are pretty big and prominent, like the big castle in the middle. We got this cool little graveyard down here, which I love. I think this turned out great. And over here we got a church that looks really good. Here, let's just keep walking along this way. Let's just keep walking. Let's keep flying along this path and just do like a quick lap. Stopping to look at certain things. See, this is a really big house. Let's see how this one turned out interior wise. Let's take a gander. Little dining room table, I think. Ooh, no, this is like a commercial thing. We got a fucking cash register, dude. We're here to profit. Probably. So, like, most of these buildings, it's like they're either houses or they're like a tavern / inn. And this is some sort of inn or hotel, you know. Up here, we got some sort of bar area for people to drink. This is just a little room. And I'm assuming it's mirrored on the other side. It's crazy. I did all this recently and I don't even fucking remember it. Up here. Oh, I do remember this. This is also mirrored. And just another bedroom. Little lounge area. And a whole bunch of rooms in the middle. We're not going to go into all of those. But yeah, this is one of the bigger interiors. It's not the biggest. Let's see what else. Ooh, we can go in the library. What am I doing? So I'm always building fucking libraries if you haven't noticed yet. And this big building here is one of the bigger buildings. It's the library for the medieval city. So go down here and boom. It's just a whole bunch of balconies and that are slowly going up. Oh my god, my screen's flickering. Please don't do that. But yeah, it goes down here. It goes into the ground. So here's like the basement level. And it's just bookshelves everywhere. It's bookshelves, tables, ladders on the side too, because those are fucking fun, I guess. And that's really it. I should mention this too. I haven't talked about it yet, but all these like libraries that I build and just a lot of things I build in general, they take so much fucking wood. If you're wondering what it's like to play beta for 3 years and in the way I play it, it's like, bro, just punch a tree. Like it's like sometimes I wonder why I fucking play this game, because it's like 90% of the gameplay is just me at a tree farm with a stone fucking axe. Like that's it. I do it until my inventory fills up, then I do it again, and it's like never fucking ending. And sometimes that does get to me. I'm like, holy fuck, why do I do this? But like I said, that's the double-edged sword of beta. It's like super grindy. Sometimes you're like, I fucking hate this game, but when you're able to build really like big things on a really large scale, it just feels so rewarding though, because you're like, god damn, I really did I really did suffer to make this. Really did suffer, and I really questioned it all. I'm just talking nonsense now, boys. I've been doing this too long. I don't have fucking anything to say to you. I'm joking, but we're at the top of the tower now. I should get back to telling you what's going on. So there's like a tower in the center. Here's the top floor. It's just like bookshelves everywhere with tables. I put a lot of these like little nooks and crannies for people to like study in if they want, you know. Then down here, same thing, just on the side, a bunch of tables, lots of plants because it just looks cool. It's nothing too crazy, but it does have like 7 floors in it, so it's pretty big. But yeah, that's the library. Let's see. Ooh, let's talk about this building. So this is a fucking monstrosity. Look at this thing, dude. What the fuck is this? This is by far the biggest mistake I've ever made. And I'm keeping it. I'm not getting rid of it. There was a few builds making this medieval city, there was a few builds where I really was like, what the fuck am I doing right now? Like I'm getting way too loose with it. You know, I'm like, I'm trying new shit that I really have no business trying. And this was one of them. Yeah, let's just continue along this way on this path and do another lap of this city, and I'll see if I have anything to tell you about. Here's another weird build. So this one I also wasn't sure of. It's weird. I was feeling super iffy on this one and this one. This one kind of I ended up saving it. Like, this thing looked super ugly first draft, and it somehow ended up out okay. Like, at least doable. Like, it's not too horrible. And that one just looks pathetic. And it's fucking raining again, dude. It needs to stop. This is a pretty cool tower here. Over here, I really like this building. I don't know why. Something about these little, like, shopping, like vendor crannies right here. And then just the excessive amount of balconies. One there, one over there. This whole thing right here is a balcony. And then it's just a fucking house, dude, with one of those cute little boom, whatever you want to call these little things pointing off. Yeah, really like this house. I don't know why. Then just a little tower and house right here. I don't know. I like this area in general. Something about where the river ends right here is kind of nice. But let's continue this way. We kind of went over this area already. Yeah, I don't know if I have too much to add to most of this. I really like these towers here connected with an archway. I think that looks dope. I wish I would have done more things like that. This house over here is pretty nice. I don't remember if its interior is good. I think this house here... Yeah, I think this one has a banger interior. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's nothing too crazy. I remember really liking this one, and I'm not as excited now. Oh, up here was supposed to be a bookstore. And over here was supposed to be just like some sort of storage. Oh, it's like bedrooms too and storage. So over here, this tower is connected to that build. You go in through there and up through there, if that makes sense. Here is another little mining area for the peasants. They can hit the fucking coal mines. And we've kind of went over this area already. I'll do another quick little walk through because I do think it looks really good. Here's a little... Oh yeah, fun thing about this. This is just like natural right here. This giant hole. It's just natural terrain. I just put water on top of it. But this giant fucking hole was just here. So I was like, we'll just flood it and make it a pond. This is my Super Mario Bros. Castle. That's what it reminds me of. Looks like, you know, the like World 1-4 or whatever the fuck thing. But yeah, this area in general, with the little fountain right there, these two towers. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. A bunch of vendor tents up here, meant to be like a bustling shopping district, you know. And yeah, we've kind of went over most of this already. Let's see, what else can I pull to your attention? This area is all right. Oh, up here, there's like a little church. It's hard to see, but this little tiny church up here, right behind the temple. That's pretty cool. I really liked this build. It's very small, but it looks really good, I think. Just a tiny little church on the mountaintop. Looks great. With a little retaining wall next to it. I love retaining walls, bro. I should just do that all the time. I also really like this house over here. I didn't mention this one, but I think this is also... Because, like, all my houses, they're fucking copy-pasty. And I feel, like, shame sometimes building them. Because I'm like, yeah, this is this is garbage and shameless. But this one I think is really cool. It has this nice balcony here. And then below that, it has this cool deck that's, like, kind of elevated. And there's like this weird staircase to get below the retaining wall. There's just like a lot going on here. Then there's little bits of the natural terrain generation that are left that go across here. And then over here, it has a nice little you know, stone structure along the side of it again, which looks really cool. And then there's a giant stone retaining wall here with this cool staircase. Something about that all together. I don't know. I often don't have the words to describe what the fuck I'm thinking. So I don't know why we're here, but I also like this area in general. Like something about this pathway that goes down. It goes behind the waterfall, which is really nice. You know, check it out. Fantastic. Then you can go up here, or you can go over here. And just a little farmhouse right there. The giant pond. This little like garden area. And you know, you'd normally go up. I have like these little spots in all the retaining walls that either go to a ladder or to a staircase, so you can like, obviously I won't normally be flying around, so you still have a way to get up to the next level. But yeah, I think that's really it for most of this area. I have been holding back though, because I have saved the best for last when it came to this medieval city. The coolest thing I've done with this medieval city is this castle's interior by far. So let's check that out. So here's the giant castle, the center point of the whole thing. It all started with this. And you come in here and it looks pretty cool. There's like a gold throne over there, which I think is pretty dope. Then let's just like see what the rest of it looks like downstairs. So I just dug out a giant hole. And I think this area is sick. Like, this is one of my favorite builds. It looks so cool. I had people in the comments saying, because it's meant to be like a throne room / assembly. So, you know, you have the throne room right there. And then down here's the podium where like the king would be. And he'd like talk to the people. And then all along the walls are these like, what do you call these things? Like little balconies for people to sit at to like hear the whatever the fuck the king's got to say, you know? I don't know. Hear the politicking, you know? So they sit there. His council can sit like up here on these benches there. And then even down here, there's more fucking benches. But a lot of people said it looks like the Senate from Star Wars. And I agree. I didn't even like realize that until someone else in the comments had said that. And I think it does. And it makes me want to build like the actual Senate from Star Wars. I think that'd be really fun. Or something. I just want to do this again. I find myself doing that a lot. I'll build something and then right away I'm like, I want to build it again, but a little bit different. And I do that though. I come back to things. I'm like, all right, I built this 2 years ago. I'm going to just build it again, but better. Oh yeah, I also forgot to show you. So down here at the bottom of this place, there's like water down here. So you can jump down here. You know, when you're playing in survival, you can just jump down here. Oh yeah, there's prisoners down here too. So like this is meant to be the dungeon. So all these rooms, there's like blood and poop holes, you know. And they sleep on fucking stone slabs. It's fucking horrible. But yeah, this is meant to be the dungeons. Over here across the water, it's like super high security shit, bro. But they're all just the same. They have blood, they have a poop hole, and they have a stone bed. So, but yeah, this is the throne room / assembly, whatever you want to call it. And if you were wondering how you access the balconies down there normally, they're all, oh my god, I fucking fell. Jesus Christ, dude. The flying in this fucking mod's weird, dude. I don't care what anyone says. It's not like modern. But you use these like oh, a dog. You use these towers on the side. These like little towers. You can go down to the balconies. So everything here is like accessible, if that makes sense. Because I don't like building things you can't like reach. Except I do have that floating island, so I guess I'm a liar. Fuck it, dude. I'm full of shit. But let's keep going up because there is more to this castle. Up here, this is the Hogwarts fucking like grand fucking whatever it's called, the banquet hall, you know, where everyone comes to eat. That's what this is. That's why I got all the glowstone in the sky. It's meant to look like fucking Hogwarts. Over here is the castle library. Beautiful. It has a nice balcony. Balconies always look good. And over here is just like a little storage area if I ever want to use it. I don't and I won't, but it's there if I ever want it. I could use this castle as a base of operation. And then there's stuff in this tower up here as well. It's really not interesting though. I don't think we need to. It's just like rooms like this for like the royal family to sleep in or whatever. But that's really it for this area. There's a lot more I could go into here, but I think I've shown you the main parts of it. It's just hard with this one because there is like a lot of nooks and crannies. It's like I don't think I can actually show you like everything. Oh, let's show you the church. I forgot. That's like one of the cooler buildings. So it's simple, pretty simple build, but I think it works really well. And the interior is kind of the same way, just like a red carpet, a whole bunch of seats, and fucking lanterns spammed all over the fucking place. And then here's like the podium where the fucking, I don't know, priest, the fucking rabbi, whatever they're called. I don't know, it's Minecraft. But yeah, there's the church. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I could keep going with this. I could go inside more interiors, but they're all fairly samey. I don't really think I'd have too much to say that's gonna be different from what I've already said. So I'm not gonna waste your time. Oh yeah, did I show you guys this? This is really cool. So this is what I showed you earlier. This minecart track over here. If I can get that shit on. No! Son of a bitch, dude. But this goes down to the doghouse in the mountain base. So like I said, I like to keep things as connected as possible whenever I get the chance. Yeah, I just think it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I had to connect the medieval city to the doghouse. Like, why not? I was sort of just digging that thing down to create a little mine in that area. And it was just meant to be like totally aesthetic. It wasn't meant to be like an actual mine or anything. And I just sort of ran into this and I was like, fuck it, we'll put a little balcony and make it a part of the build. But, ooh, let's go check out the comment section really quick. I forgot to even show you guys that. Holy shit. I've had notes for this video and I'm not going to lie, I've pretty much completely ignored them and just been talking out of my asshole. So, all right, this is the comment section right here. This is like my bedroom in the mountain base. And if you just take this stairway down here, you're now in the sewers, otherwise known as the comment section. So what have I done here? This is me taking from every single video I've ever made, taking at least 4 comments from every video, and then I just put them on the wall. That way people that are commenting on my videos can have a place in the world, if that makes sense. And I just pick them randomly. It's not like, you know, people that, I don't know, always comment or are like my biggest supporters, you know. It's just random comments. I want it to be like the comment section. So, you know, if you say anything in the comments section, it's like it's just as likely to be picked to get put on the wall as anything else. To me, that only seems fair. And I don't like the idea of picking comments of like, oh, I really like this person, so they're gonna make it while this person won't. But also, like, I don't get a ton of comments on my videos, so it's not like I'm picking through fucking hundreds of comments. It's like there's like 20 and I'm like, all right. All right, here's 4 out of the 20. Oh yeah, and the reason there's like 3 pathways for the comment section is I first started going in this direction, and then I ran into the strip mine that I built back in alpha, and so I had to go in a different direction. So I started going over here in that direction, and I ran into the railway that goes to the double spider spawner. So I started going in this direction, and I haven't ran into anything yet going in this direction. So yeah. Okay, one more thing I haven't shown you is the double spider spawner. So there's a few ways to get there. In the mountain base, I've made a few railways to get there. So one is over here. This one right here, if you go back here. This will take you... There's no fucking minecart there. Jesus Christ. But, I don't know why I'm acting like I'm not in fucking creative mode. Is there a search button on this shit? So, I was lucky enough to have a double spider spawner, like, nearby. I didn't plan that. It just happened to be close by. And I just got really lucky. But, yeah, this is a double spider spawner. I just sit here every now and then, AFK, and I get a shit ton of string, which I can turn into wool, which is great because getting wool in beta is fucking annoying. You just have to, every time you see a fucking sheep, beat the living daylights out of it, and I hate it. It's not fun, and my player's having a fucking seizure again. He's getting these white flashes, bro. But here's where it is. The double spider spawner's like by Millville, if you were curious, like where it actually is. So yeah, I think I took this seed and I put it into chunk base just to see if there was any double spider spawners close by, because I was like, if it's far away, I don't really give a shit. And I just got really lucky with this seed because it's right there. Like, there's the double spider spawner and spawn is right there. So yeah, got very lucky, and that having the double spider spawner is a lifesaver. Like I said, my mob farm over here, it does spawn spiders. Like, spiders do get killed in it, but you don't get a ton of string. You can mainly get everything else, so kind of sucks. And now at this point, we're almost caught up. The only thing I have left to show is over here. And I'm probably missing something. I hope not. I'll look at my notes before the end of the video just to make sure, but hopefully I'm not missing anything. There is just a lot in this world. But this area here is my most recent project. So I don't know exactly what I'm doing over here yet. I know it's going to be, the theme is going to be just fucking sandstone and spruce. I just want to build a lot of shit with sandstone and spruce. So that's what I've been doing. And, you know, I made like this house over here and that one there. And I started one right there. But the main build for this area, the focal point, is below us right now. It is my underwater library. So let's do times at night. You can see it a lot better at night. It's just a giant library underwater. And it looks super cool. And it stays with the spruce and sandstone theme. So let's go in there really quick. But yeah, I was looking at that old library I built in alpha, and I wanted to redo it, but better. And this is kind of what I came up with. And it's like the perfect contrast of, like, you know, how my buildings changed. Like, I still build things that are kind of weird and nonsensical, but I definitely put a lot more effort in compared to when I first started this world. Like, you know, this isn't like the best build out there, but you can tell I'm like at least trying a little bit now, when before I was just like, bro, I just want to play some blocks while I listen to my fucking audiobook. Like, so I am trying a little bit more, and I think you can tell. This thing like really quickly became one of my favorite builds. I finished it just last week, and it looks so cool, and it's got me really excited to fill out the rest of this area, because this will look amazing from under here, you know, being in the library when there's giant buildings all the way around. I think it's going to look sick. But yeah, so what I did is I dug out a giant hole with TNT. Then I just like made a rough outline of what I wanted the shape to be. I built up the walls, and then I added this like awkward ass fucking balcony in here. And it's hard because the whole shape of this thing's pretty organic. There's like not a lot of symmetry going on. I tried to make it like symmetrical, but like there's like weird shit going on. Like this wall starts here, this one starts over there. And like this shit here, like there's like it was just hard to make this all work, because like I said, it was a pretty organic shape. But yeah, I was able to find a way to make it work. And like you can really tell with like the lanterns, like they're not spaced out any sort of like length. They're just like wherever I felt like putting them. So it's really weird. But put this balcony in. Then I put these 3 towers in the middle. And I put like little trees on them and sugarcane and little flowers because it just looks cool. Then over here, I just like walked around the entire library and started filling in any areas that looked a little too big and empty. So I would just put down either a table or like a, whatever you call this. What's the word? A fucking colonnade of bookshelf, a bookshelf-anade, a bookshelf column, bookshelf pillar. That's what I'm looking for. I was looking for the word pillar, and I think about fucking, my brain hurts, bro. I don't know how people like do things like live stream for hours at a time. This video so far has been like 3 sessions of me recording for 30 minutes to 50 minutes just yapping, and I'm at like 50 minutes right now and my head fucking hurts so bad. I don't know how people can just sit there and talk without their head hurting or feel like, or like I'll realize I haven't been breathing. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm just stupid or if like YouTubing's just like hard. But yeah, this is the underwater library. I think it looks great. I say that all the time. I go, yeah, this is my build and I think it looks great. And I should shut the fuck up already. So yeah. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I've been recording for too long. Get off my back, dude. Yeah, I'm really excited though to see how this area develops. There's not much going on here yet, but the focal point's in, and right now I'm just gonna start going through and I'm gonna start putting houses on all these little hilltops throughout here. Houses everywhere. And over here I'm gonna make a little pond in this hole over here. And then I'm going to connect it to the lake. Maybe put a waterfall coming down from right there. Oh, that would look dope. But yeah, that's the plan right now. That's the next project, is this area here. I want to fill this in and make it look ridiculous. That's my plan. And that's really all I've done. I don't think I have anything else to show you. Like I said, I could get really granular and like fucking show you every little interior to all the houses, but I don't think that's necessary, and I definitely don't think that's entertaining. So we're not going to do that. Instead, let's just fly up and take a quick look at it. And then we'll do a little bit of a time travel adventure or some shit like that. I don't know what you'd call it. But we're going to look at old save files. I really like this area of the base though. I like coming over here. Over here everything's old and ugly. I mean, it still does look pretty cool, but I like coming over here because like that looks really cool, and obviously the like medieval city also looks really cool. Holy shit, none of it was even loaded in. Yeah, you can kind of really get a sense of the scope of the medieval city. It like is all loaded in right here, so it's like it's fucking massive. Like it took me a whole year to get this thing done, dude. All right, well, that's everything. I don't have anything else to show you. Let's go look at my old saves now. This is my ground zero save, so this is before anything had been done to it. I am playing it in beta, but this is an alpha world, if that makes sense. Like these chunks were loaded in alpha. I'm just still playing in beta. But yeah, I spawned somewhere around here. And it's hard to even tell like what we're looking at right now. But like, see, this is like the mountain that the big tower in the middle of the base sits on. And like, this is where I inserted the giant wheat farm, like right around here. And then up here is where I put the sugarcane farm. You know, down here, right around here is where I put the cactus farm. Over here, this whole area right here is where Millville would be. And right here is where the giant tree farms would be, both of them. The underwater library is somewhere around here, I believe. Like right here, I think. And over here is the hidey hole that started it all. Yeah, I remember pretty vividly. I like was like wandering around and I came over here and I remember there being trees in here. Or maybe I had planted them. I don't remember. I think I cut down some trees over there and then I started planting them around here. And then nighttime finally fell and I just made this this area right here my hidey hole, and that eventually turned into the storage system, and that turned into the tree farm over here, and it kind of just all grew from there. But yeah, this is what the save looks like with no builds, nothing done to it when it was first loaded in alpha 1.0.4. All right, so you can see now, here's my next backup I have, and I'd built the tree farm, I'd built this the giant wheat farm here, and I'm assuming that means I also built the zombie spawner, you know. Let's go take a peek. Gotta fix that. Yeah, there's the zombie spawner. Oh my god, I hadn't even planted all the wheat yet. Drop down here. Oh wow, it's really weird seeing this. It's really fucking weird seeing this like this. What the fuck? But yeah. Oh, I forgot I had a strip mine here. So before I made the giant whole strip mine, like the giant fucking chunk strip mine over here, I had a little strip mine in here instead. That goes down there. And why is my screen flashing? Fuck, dude, stop. Also, these are furnaces. This is ground. That's what I was talking about earlier. Let's see what my oh my god, I had so many logs. Oh my god. Back then I would just grind shit. I would grind shit without a plan. Oh my god. I had so much diamonds and iron. What the fuck? Now I haven't had like any diamonds or iron in literal years because I just don't go mining. So seeing all this shit is crazy. I'm like, I would never have this much iron now. I would just never run into that. And if I did, I would just like turn it into fucking pistons. All right, this one's in alpha 1.1.2. And let's see what we got. I built the sugarcane farm, it looks like. Did I build anything else? Doesn't look like it. But yeah, the sugarcane farm's there. Oh my god, this looks fucking hideous. Look at these fucking... This looks ridiculous. Thank god I got rid of these stupid pillars here. Those look fucking atrocious. Okay, this one's kind of cool. This one's from alpha 1.2.6. And I had begun constructing the boat highway going around the entire base. I had added the nether portal room, the underground like library box thing over here. As you can see, I had also done the cactus farm. And when I first built the cactus farm, I didn't have the sugar cane on the steps. I had trees actually. And I just thought it looked ugly, so I got rid of it and put sugarcane instead. But here's the cactus farm. Oh my god, and over here I was constructing the mob spawner. Yeah, the big mob grinder. And I hadn't finished it yet. Wow, this looks crazy. It is really weird seeing this all like this. Oh my god, this was totally unfinished. I wonder if there was like even... What was in here? Holy shit, this thing's moving, dude. Give me that. Give me that. Hell yeah. Use that shit. Alright, let's see what else we got. Ooh, the art museum was done already? No way. Here's the art museum. It's super weird seeing the art museum now without the giant park over there connecting to the mountain base. Oh, it looks like the fishing shack as well. The little like fishing place over here was done. All right, let's check out the next save. All right, I skipped ahead a bit. This one's in beta 1.2. Let's see what we got. So first of all, the Ubisoft towers are up. Second of all, there's the tower in the middle now. There's that house there. There's one house up here. Oh, and the temple is there, it looks like. Yeah. The little temple. Man, everything looks better with alpha grass. I should really just keep this texture pack on. But over here, I'd built all these houses. And that was probably really all that had happened. All right, this one's in beta 1.5. See what else we got. So had I started, oh, this is cool. I'd started building the, what's it called? What the fuck do you call this thing? The railway across the entire base. This is kind of cool because it's not finished yet. So it looks a little different, you know? Yeah, it's missing the, like, stone slabs that go along the outside of it, so it's kind of just hard to look at. It's kind of crazy. Without the stone slabs, it really just looks like fucking cobblestone. And that cobblestone texture from far away is just, like, fucking grainy. Holy cow. Alright, but in this save, I think I would have only made progress in the mountain base. This is when I really started working on that area. So let's see. So, first of all, it's... Oh my god, it's weird seeing this area without the underground railway that goes throughout all the tunnels. And without the comment section. It's kind of depressing. I love the comment section. Let's see, I built this thing. That's cool. Was the library in? Yes, it was. Then, let's see, the park area. Oh my god, I was cooking shit, dude. What was I cooking? Motherfucking smooth stone like crazy, dude. Oh my god, I was chefing. Holy cow. This was done cool. Wow, this area looks way better in alpha. I love alpha textures. Holy fuck. Maybe I should just always keep this on. I don't know. Let's see, was the Vault Village done? Yes, it was. Okay, that's dope. Vault Village was done. Here's the dog house. Then over here we got... Man, this whole area was done. Holy shit. I finished this faster than I thought. I thought by this save, most of that wouldn't be done, but I guess it is. Let's see what else we got. Out here, had I built anything? No. This is where the brick village would be eventually, but it looks like there was really nothing here yet. Alright, this one's in beta 1.6. I'm pretty sure all I added in this one was Millville. So there should be a giant fucking wheat field, yeah. Giant wheat field over here. I can take off this texture pack now because I just wasn't... Oh my god, put the texture pack back on right now. Holy fuck, I broke it. What the fuck? Hold on, let's see some of these texture packs they have. Foliage color. Let's see what that does. Oh my god, it breaks it again. What is going on? Go back to the default. Does that fix it? Oh, this is hideous. Oh, wait. Okay, it's fixed. Let's go. Alright, at this point I had made Millville, and that was really the only thing I had done, I'm pretty sure. Because this took fucking forever. It took so long to lay out this pattern of fucking water and to make all these giant fucking windmills. It was not a quick project. Also, tons of terraforming to, like, make this all happen. Ooh, over here I hadn't finished the shopping district, it looks like. Because these are all totally unfinished, so... Oh yeah, like in the gardens, they look fucking barren. So I was in the middle of making Millville at the time, it looks like. Alright, now we're just in beta 1.7.3. Let's see. Is Millville finished? Yeah, Millville's finished for sure. You can tell because there's like flowers and shit now by the houses. That's usually like when I'm... you know I'm done with an area, I'm like... All right, spam flowers all over the place. That's the finishing touch, you know, the chef's kiss. And then over here, I had built like the sand duper and the flower farm. And I had started constructing the, what's it called? The brick village. Holy shit, I had pretty good progress at this point. It's almost done. No, it's not almost done, but pretty good progress. The wheat farm was in, the sugarcane farm, and a decent amount of houses, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 houses out of like 30. That's not too bad. Then over here, we had nothing yet, but eventually I built the castle over there. All right, in this save, you can see that the brick village was done at this point, and I had moved on to the castle. So just to give some reference too on how long of a break I took, I started the medieval city in April of 2024, and I only finished the medieval city a few weeks ago. Like, that's it. It's been like two weeks since I finished it, maybe 3. And I started this 2 years prior, so it took a while. All right, and here's what it looked like a month later. So I was just flattening out this area, and then I'd begun actually constructing the castle here. And that was all. It was planned just to mainly be this, just fill in this area and be nothing more, but it kind of just kept growing. All right, as one more like fun little before and after. Here we are in the first save ever. This is what it looks like from the front of the base. Now let's go check it out in the most recent save. All right, and this is what it looks like in the most recent save. So yeah, the before and after is pretty ridiculous. But guys, I'm exhausted. I hope you've liked this world tour. I've been recording for so long, I don't know how much of it was fucking coherent. If it went a little off the rails and I don't know, I'm saying things that don't make sense, I'm sorry. But I hope you liked seeing all the shit I've built in Minecraft beta. Also, I just want to make it clear, because I did talk about a lot of things I don't like about beta. Beta is one of my favorite versions of the game, so fucking, I don't know, you don't need to come to its rescue. Like, I play this game a lot, so we're good. We're homies, don't worry. I love this version. Well, if you guys like this video, please leave a comment, subscribe, like, hype the video. Do all that shit, dude. Fucking blow me up, fam. Please, dude. Blow me up, blow me up, blow me up. I don't have anything else to say, I don't think. I hope this made sense. I hope you liked it. I've been recording for so long that I'm like at a point where I don't know if anything I've said this whole time has like made sense at all. And of course it's fucking raining. Of course it's fucking raining. It's always raining here, dude. It's always raining in Betaville. I hate it. Fuck me, dude. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. This has been Greg Popovich, and I'll see you. Oh my god. Did you see that? The lightning, it almost caught that shit on fire. But anyways, yeah. See you guys later. I post videos every 2 to 4 weeks. Later.